The Honorable Attorney General of the Federation, Mr. Justice, is requesting for additional funding for payment of accrued solicitors' fees. You see, what we're saying is you're asking for solicitors' fees and funding of fees from a recovered funds account. I don't think it's proper. I don't think it's proper. I think that's what we're drawing attention to. There are other things there that I felt that, security issues that I do not want to read out. And the question I would have asked you that I can't read out, especially when it comes to, Mr. Attorney General, don't distract him, please. The questions I want to ask in regards to the payment you received, this payment of 2 billion naira you received for prosecution of terrorist suspects, was it supposed to come from that account, or should have been part of your budgetary spending?
Yes.
Is it that when you exhaust your budget, you ask these people, send me some money? Thank you.
I am talking of the letter dated 16th January 2017 is concerned, which was forwarded to me by the committee for consideration. 1, no reference was made in paragraph 1, which is the opening paragraph, to any correspondence emanating from the Attorney General. I think that should be clear. And then 2, the title of the letter is not re, which implies a previous correspondence. Until the originating correspondence is made available to me, honestly, I am not in a position to join issues over the title, much less of the body of the letter. There is nothing either in the title as indicating a previous correspondence from the Office of the Attorney General, neither is there anything in the opening paragraph making reference to a letter from the Office of the Attorney General. Mr. Chairman, I humbly request that if there is originating correspondence from my office, it should be made available to me to refresh my memory.
Thank you. It is in returns by different agencies. Let me give you an example. Vessels. DFCC says they hand over this number of vessels to your office. The Navy gives a different number, and you have a different number. The same items, different inventories, different figures. Why do you think this is happening?
I'm not in position to establish why the inconsistency, and I think that is why the oversight functions are put in place. I would suggest perhaps that the National Assembly should exercise its oversight functions. I am not in all sincerity in a position to confirm the inconsistency or discrepancies associated with the number of assets.
I think I need to repeat that question to you.
Yes. Sorry?
And let me explain why I asked you that question.
Okay.
You have to go to court.
Yes.
Okay? You sent out a list of assets, especially vessels that you're selling. You have court case, and you came about 138 vessels.
Yes.
Where did you get this list from? Is it not from the agencies?
From the agencies, yes.
Okay, so which means, if I get 10 naira from 3 different people, it will amount to 30 naira, won't it?
If you ask me a question...
No, I'm trying to, just please.
Yes.
We're friends.
We are.
Thank you very much. If I receive 10 naira from 3 different people, how much will they amount to?
From how many people?
10 naira from 3 people.
30.
Good. So now, if at the end of the day, you now find out that, 10 naira from 2 different people amount to 24,000 naira. Won't I be right to ask questions?
You are entitled to call for reconciliation.
Thank you. I think that's what I'm asking. Because the contradictions, the questions we put to the EFCC where they show up, and then, of course, the Navy when we meet with them, because there are contradictions that we need to reconcile.
Well, if there are contradictions, I suggest that you pass a resolution for reconciliation and we'll support it.
Which they wrote to a letter back on 12th April 2019, specifying that the amount was received on 30th of March. We have looked at the statement of account submitted by the CBN.
Yeah.
Let me show you the statement of account as well. Everything. And the amount of 153 million, which they said they've received, is not in the statement of account. We can show it to you, please.
Well, without going through the records, let me state that my duty and responsibility, without going through the documents provided by the chairman, let me state that my duty in a recovery sense is to ensure that value is, the amount is lodged with the central bank for confirmation. And I'm not in a position, because I do not operate accounts with Central Bank. That is the more reason why I had to have recourse to them where a claim of lodgement is made. And
I think I explained to you that we're giving you information as well. We're dealing with management of public funds, public assets. We want this thing well managed, you want it well managed, which means we're drawing your attention to this now to see if there are other ways in which you can actually monitor that this is actually receipted.
I have no any other way alive to confirm lodgement with the Central Bank other than a correspondence from the Central Bank. So if there seems to be any perhaps infraction or perhaps associated inadequacies associated with such information, I think the Central Bank is in the best position to answer.
No problem. We have invited the governor of CBN because we need to understand how 153 million naira of public fund got missing in transit.
Please.
We've got to find out if it's still in the pipeline, and we'll look for the pipeline. Thank you. When you receive immovable asset, even movable assets, who keeps the inventory?
Inventory?
Yes.
Before now, the agencies of government that is responsible. For example, if on account of sting operation, DSS now perhaps maybe recovered certain assets, it remains in their custody. If on account of perhaps investigation, EFCC make recoveries of certain assets, the assets remain in its custody. And they were the exclusive custodian of knowledge and information associated with it. And the same thing with NDLEA, the same thing with customs and all other agencies of government. Whichever agency make recovery remains the custodian of the asset.
Mr. Chairman, sir.
Yes.
No, please, Mr. Chairman, sir. As far as I am concerned, I am Representative Etonaniwatu representing Abeokuta South Federal Constituency. You ask a direct question that requires a direct answer. Your question is direct. Who keeps it? That's the question, sir. Your question is direct.
Okay.
So you need a direct answer. There is no reason for if. Your question is direct. So a direct answer first, then any other thing can follow. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Within the context of being direct, the agency that has recovered is responsible for the maintenance and keeping of the asset.
Okay, so since you established the interministerial committee, and the assumption is that the interministerial committee is coordinating sales, isn't that the right thing?
Yes, the interministerial committee take inventory, but not the custody. The custody remains with the agencies that.
The question is about inventory.
The inventory as to what has been taken or has been recovered, and then from whom, and then the status as to whether it is entering or final forfeiture. The Federal Ministry of Justice that has now created a database arising from the absence of coordination with a view to bring about the desired transparency, accountability, and coordination of the process. So it is a new innovation being brought into the process of the asset recovery.